What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Poolside Chat. We're going to continue on with the VNEA tournament I played in a few weeks ago. We're going to be playing Troy, and I have to be honest, I had some issues. This video actually already posted yesterday, but for some reason, my microphone cut out, didn't work, so I ended up uploading a video with no audio, so I had to take it down. I messed up. Didn't look at the meter, I guess. I don't know what's going on. I'm a rookie. Still learning this YouTube thing out. Hope you guys can stick with me. So, you know what? Let's just get right into this match. All right. So if you watch my last video, ended up losing to Ron. I got slow played to death. I hope you guys made it through that video. I did my best to speed up as much as possible, not just the racks like I do here. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think it's better to go ahead and like speed this up so at least you see like the time pass. I see some other videos that some YouTubers make and they literally just like cut and go to the next rack. I don't know why. I like this better. What do you think? So I won the flip. This tournament is a race to 3 front and backside, which is good because I hate races to 2. That's just basically a coin flip. I don't want any of that. But yeah, so this is it's a cool format. You have to play in it year after year. Oh, look at that. Do you see that dog of a duck ball? Who is this guy? But anyway, so you have to play in this event. You start out in the regular division, or as they say, open regular, because it is technically men or women. They do have a women's specific bracket for regular and then masters, but for open, they have regular, then advanced, then intermediate, and then masters. Last year in Lincoln, Nebraska, this one here in 2024, I did play in the advanced singles with 92 people, and I took first. Best tournament I've done anywhere of any kind. Huge success for me. So I've got a little bit of a pride in that tournament. So I want to do well this one because now I moved up to intermediate and I'm going to be playing bigger, better, stronger players. And you can't move up in ranks unless you've done so well previous year. I think it's something like if you don't make cash 3 years in a row of playing this event, then they'll move you back down a bracket. So even in intermediate, you could run into some masters level players who just had a bad couple years or whatever. So you don't really know what you're getting. Probably going to be pretty strong. Won my first match against Michael, lost to Ron in a close battle, didn't really get enough chances to get out. The guy just shot great. So now we're playing Troy. And it's also fun playing these kind of terms because I don't know these people. Like, I'm meeting all brand new people. I don't know what their skill sets are. I don't know their quality of play. You try to look them up in Fargo, and if they play in Nebraska, for whatever reason, these people do not play in Fargo-rated events. So, like, Troy, he is a 521, but preliminary, he had like 100, 115 or something like that. It was pretty low in his robustness. So can you really go off that? Because look at my last guy, Ron. He missed like 1 ball in 5 racks, and he was a 396 because his robustness was only 8, like literally 8. So they have a whole different rating system. They go off CSR, which is part of CompuSport. So it's a 4-digit number, like a 1600 something, yada, yada. So anyway, so we're playing Roy. It's a race to 3. Super nice guy, very energetic, just has a really good personality. I had a lot of fun playing him and chit-chatting with him afterwards. Told him about the channel. I already saw him comment in another video, so I know he's going to be watching this one here. Because he's going to want to critique himself. So I'm in a little bit of a predicament right here because I don't like the pattern I've chosen just because, yes, I left myself a nice easy 5. But if you look at this one, I'm too close to the rail. You need a little bit of breathing room. But what am I going to do? Like, I need to get more up table, or I should say down table from this perspective. Give myself a little easier shot to roll forward. And that way I can stun or stop shot the 7 ball, 6 low left, 8 ball low right. But the problem is I left myself too thin of an angle. So even with putting straight top on it like that, I couldn't get it to go forward enough. Therefore, hit the wrong side of the 13, and now look at it. So I'm looking, can I bank the 6? Can I bank the 7, you know, reverse bank? I could reverse cut, but man, that cue ball is going right at the 8 ball. Not advised. Unless you know for 100% fact how and where you're hitting it that it will not scratch or early 8, man, you don't want to do that. That's a loss in these leagues. This is a VNEA rule set, so it's very similar, basically BCA with a few slight variances. Like when the table is open right off the break, should have went for the Z bank. When it's open off the break, the 8 ball is neutral, so you can start with the 8. I think I did that against Michael. Might have been Michael. I did that in this series. But anyway, problem is I left Troy in a really good spot. Because now he just needs to take that 15, a little bit of low, just to stun off the side rail. Oh, he was real straight. Never mind. I thought he had more angle, be able to come off the rail, get back center, but still should be okay because I think that's the 10 ball he can see. Same thing, probably just draw straight back and leave himself the 14. Hit these left balls over into that same pocket. Okay, see? Camera angle's playing tricks on me. That I thought was straight. He had an angle. Last one, I thought he had an angle. It was straight. So now he's got to recover a little bit. I think I would still be going for the 14 and just take the cue ball 2 rows around the 12. Because this one, unless you can put some pretty good right English. Yeah, see, that was the thing. I think he was going to leave himself bad. I mean, unless you could put a lot of right to give yourself more gap. Because now he's got a real thin shot. I would actually even be okay with just treat this like a stop, or a safe shot. Treat it like a stop, but get the cue ball to slide over to about that first diamond. Get the 14 up rail. Leave me, yes, I could see the 6, but I mean, that's a paper cut, full table, 90-degree cut into the corner. Force me to take those hard shots, you know? Don't always leave it for your opponent. Or don't leave for yourself, leave it for your opponent. Because he had a really good stop shot there, but now he needs to go top with maybe a little bit of right, probably just straight top. So I mean, he might be somewhere about right here. Yeah, he did put a little bit of right on it. Did he get the speed right? Did he? Oh, bump it! Don't get behind it. That's a great shot. That's a great shot. Nice easy cut, top English. Good shot, Troy. Good out. Got a quick Michelle viewing here. Making her sighting, helping out. So as you can see these tables, you can see the one on the left there. Actually, never mind, that's the coin slot. But they do have all the tables open. So you pay a greens fee in the tournament. So they do open this is just in a regular convention center. I think we had like 80, almost 90, I think it was 80 something tables. But they open at 8 a.m. They close it at like 11 p.m. or midnight. And if they're open, there's a table. It's a free game, man. Just come up and shoot. Being a convention center, there is no table lights, so you just have the massive fluorescence overhead that does play different. And then just the overall dirt, the commotion that kind of happens in these convention centers. Tables play a little weird, but still, ton of fun. So here is actually a foul that I didn't realize, and Troy didn't catch me either. So this rule, scratch on the break, is in the kitchen. I did not know that, did not realize I was doing that. I realized that in editing. Actually, I did that in my first commentary of this video. Oh, that was a good shot. Oh, that was a good shot. Let's talk about that. Because that 11 ball is hooked, so I purposely played the 10 off that 7 firm to kick that 11 out. Man, that was a good shot. So now top, probably put just a slight bit of left on this just to get around the fort. Just sit it nice and full right into the head rail. That's a primo way of hitting that. I should do a video on how to execute that precisely like I did. His 5 ball is a little tricky just because he's got to shape it over here on the right side. He's not going to get to it now. He could just take the 5 to the top left, but you know, you're kind of going through traffic. You're going 6 diamonds away. You got to go around the 4, around the 8. There's no chance of early 8 or something stupid, but I'm probably just going to hit this just hard enough to move that. That's a 12 ball there. Ooh, I wouldn't be going low. You're not trying to stun up rail and accidentally get silly with that 8 ball. Oh, he doesn't like this. When you're getting up, getting back down like that, you're not committed. You need to stand up, take a deep breath, maybe even walk around a little bit. Really commit to understanding what you want to do before you shoot. Because he did not like that shot. Yeah, I'd probably go and take the 7 now. Take that 7. Just a little bit of right to kick it back up middle table. Ooh, a little firm. A lot of firm. I probably wouldn't have tried to hit it that hard. You still got the 6 to work with, but it's not really ideal. Yeah, you want to get kind of close to the dot, be able to take probably the 4 to the low left, and then use the 6 to shape the 1 on the side, like kind of work your way around. But if you can draw straight back, leave yourself an angle on the 5, that'd be fine. He must not have committed to the how low, because he drove through it. You can see he had plenty of follow through, smooth straight shot, but I don't think he was actually low enough because that ball did not rip backwards. So now he's got a thin cut. If you're gonna thin cut it, I like going and taking the 5 now, personally. I mean, thin cut to thin cut. Because going this way, though, cue ball's going to run to the 1, push that 1 towards the 12. And if you don't hit it hard enough to bounce it out, so he's done that a couple times. You see, he kind of does that little like half get up. If you're unsure, stand up, take a breather. So he hit that with a good pace to kick that 1 out. A lot of people just hit that just hard enough, which all the energy is going with the 4 ball. 1 ball barely moves, and you could tie up the 1. That was well executed shot by Troy. So this one, top, slight bit of left, make that 1, kind of come up between that 5-14, 5 in the same pocket. Definitely has top. Can't quite tell what spin he put on that, but not enough oomph. But he might still have it. That looks real close, like just a little bit of an angle. Oh, he's asking if I want to have a watch, so I'm going to come up and take a look at it. I'm like, nah. Well, no, it'll be obvious. One thing I learned from Troy real quick, he was such a nice, genuine guy. I don't know why. I felt like I could trust him right out of the gate. I think he's hitting too straight on that. Yeah. Now, Troy doesn't know me, but here's the thing. I love combos. So he left me out. How many of y'all just laughed and told me I'm full of it right there? Probably every one of you that know me. Top English, just to keep that cue ball rolling with the 14. Looks like I've got an angle, so I should be able to go top with a little bit of left, spin up to the other side of the 12. Big bounce maybe? Or not, but whatever. Still see it. See, so it's probably gonna be a little bit low left just because of the way I am on the rail. And then that should spin me around the 5-ball too, I think. Boom. Don't get over the ball. Don't get over the ball, dang it. Rolling English, just make it. There we go, 1-1. That's a good out. All right. Alternate break tournament. Since I won the flip, it is my break. Second ball break. Good full hit, low left. Cue ball got wild on me. And nothing dropped. Nope, wide open. Little bit of work on that 5-7, but man, that all those stripes are so clumped, and he's got great starting on solids. Yeah, I'm taking solids all day right here. You can see he's just laughing with me, cracking jokes about something. He's a local to Lincoln, Nebraska, so first time meeting him. He plays real rigid, is the only criticism or advice I might give him. His form, like he plays real. He's loose when he's walking around the table. He's having a good time, but then when he gets ready to play, you just see, especially his bridge arm is just locked forward, and like just his whole body. Because I mean, this dude's pretty muscular. You can see his arms and everything just like tense up when he's getting ready to shoot. Like, relax a little bit, brother. This is a game of finesse. This is not a game of power. Yes, you got to have some power. Yes, you got to be able to drive through the ball, but that still needs to be relaxed and smooth more than just grit force. Brute force is the word I'm looking for. Sorry. Ooh. So trying to make that to him leave that window, because that is teeny tiny. See, look at that. Even right there, his elbow's locked. Just that kind of tension has to, I don't know. I can't see that being advantageous, but he tried to shoot the gap. I don't know if he was planning on crashing the 8. Yeah, I don't think that goes, man. Like, even if you can get through that 8-9 gap, for where that's hitting, you would need a pretty good amount of right, which now means the cue's deflecting, which now means you have to adjust your aim point to be able to compensate for the speed and the deflection to get through there. You're a better shot than me if you can execute that. I'm not even swinging at that. I'm going to come off that 6-ball top, nice and easy top, just put a little bit of right, try to spin that cue ball right behind the 8, leave me hooked. Which actually, has he, I didn't, over here gabbing, I don't think he's, is he looking at the bank, or is he, I think he's going safe. Yeah, it went safe. Okay. Good play. Good play. And wanted just a hair harder to get to suck up to the 8, because then that even takes out the bank, or excuse me, the kick at the 9. Because, if you get closer than that the kick angle is now literally in the pocket. Now I've got a gap, so I should be able to get there. Because, yeah, I'm looking at it. Can I even see it? I don't want to kick. See, and I'm close enough to the 8-ball. I can't just kick to this right rail and then try to kick at the 14. One, if I miss and I hit the 8, bad news. So I got to kick at the 9. That's really the best option. And he left me enough room that I have rail to hit. Not saying this is a high percentage make, but it is a high percentage hit. And boy, did I just barely get it. Look at that. Look at that return safe. gonna really help me. Got too thin on it. He might have a gap to be able to see that 6, which even if you can't make it, man, I'd just play it safe on it. Yeah, see the way he's looking, I think that 8 ball came into play. That's why his cue was elevated a little bit over it. Not saying you couldn't masse it fairly easy, but if you make that 6 ball, then what? You know, I would rather just bounce it, try to keep it somewhat close to this pocket, nice and easy. Just so you have something to play with if you need. You know, having a ball on both sides of the table makes it harder for your opponent to safe you. Because, like, if he makes that 6 and then, you know, does something silly, gives me ball in hand, I can play safe and leave him down table and he's hooked on everything. That 6 is there, he at least has something to play with. Oh, and he just nicked the 8. Just barely got it. So I don't know how many of you guys watch any of the ultimate pool events. There's the Arizona Opening happening this weekend, and the guys are always talking about loss of turn safes, where you play a safe knowing you're getting the opponent back to the table, but you know you're potting their ball or something. You know, where like right here, I could just hit that 9, drop his 1, leave the cue ball kind of behind the 5, leave him a whole lot of nothing. Oh, actually, that's basically what I did. I was thinking actually take it to the right. Well, I guess that side. I always forget the camera like mirrors. Like when I point right, you guys see left. Messes me up every time. See, because yeah, I left him. Technically speaking, that 5-7 does go on the side. One, it's a combo. It's not an easy combo because everything's kind of tight and close, and that 7 has to go a decent little distance. So makeable, absolutely. The benefit is if he doesn't make it the way that cue ball and the 5 ball are going to go, it should spread open those stripes for me. If he makes it, he might have an out. If he doesn't, maybe I have an out. We're going to find out. And I don't blame him. I would be taking my time on this one too, because you know, he's probably thinking exactly what I was just saying. Like, I have to make this. One, I got to open stuff up so I can run out if I make it. But if I don't, what do I do? Like, all those doubts and questions are running through your head. So I get it, Troy. I get it, man. I hate slow play. I truly do. But when you have a crazy critical shot like this, I get it. You know, when you're just trying to figure out a pattern, you're walking around a table for 4 minutes, I don't get it. So, man, look at that. That was such a good shot. Opened it up, but thankfully my 9 ball is still there. His 5 is opened, but it doesn't have a home. You can't even bank it because the 11 comes into play. You can't, I mean, you got to get to that left rail just to try to shoot it in the top right. All right. Sorry, guys. I just had a massive sneezing attack. Had to cut the footage. So we're going to get right back into this. Let me go ahead and hit play. So Troy did a good job with the combo. Center pocket that 7, but unfortunately, he didn't get the 5 ball out. Like with the 9 ball where it is, you know, if that 9 wasn't there, he could easily run this. But with that there, he's got to figure out a way to make this 6 and get back behind, ideally even to the left from this perspective, get to the left of the 5. And that is going to be tricky, to say the least. And because of where all my balls are, Really hard to play safe. So that's why, if you kind of really think about it, even taking that combo probably wasn't the best idea. Would have been almost been better just to go ahead and kick at the 6, try to get a good hit. Uh, so he missed a shot, got a carom off whatever ball that was, 13 or something, and dropped in the side. But this is not APA. This is call ball, call pocket. So he tied up that 15-12, so I got to figure out how to get that open. Let's get that red dot going here. So I'm probably going to be going some straight left, try to spin into it. Nudged it. At least they have a home, so that's not terrible. If the 12 goes now, I'd be fine with making that, but I'm also okay with nice and easy. Let's go ahead and just punch this out. That should be pretty close to perfect. Could add a little bit more. I think the 12 might even split that 14-8 and come up table, but either way, let's just slow roll this in the side. Okay. Yeah, well, when you don't hit it real hard, maybe not going to get the leave you really want. So now I'm going to take that 15. I don't like this shot, to be honest. No, I like it even less now. Oh, wait. Little bit of a love bump on the 15 to leave him hooked behind the 8. I think he's getting out the short stick, swinging it around. Let's go chalk up. It's not a full ball jump, so it's not terrible. But again, I don't know. Troy, I don't know how well he jumps. He grabbed it without question, so he's at least comfortable. The tricky part is getting shape because that 8 ball's on the back side of the side pocket. So, but see where he leaves him. Oh, no. Oh, I legitimately actually forgot about that. Under jumped it. Oh, man, I gotta. Okay, so if you watch his form, he does, like, granted, it's hard to really pull back because you've got a short stick, but watch his entire body drop. Like, his whole arm, shoulder dropped, like he twisted everything. He's trying to like drive into it, but then also kind of like pull the cue up so that way you're not just drilling the felt. It's not proper technique. You just need a real quick little, like, firm, just a little pop, just like almost like a jab shot. You just try to just one quick little punch. Doesn't take a lot of power. It's just being real quick and just jab it. Ah, that sucks. Hate to lose that way, but I hate for him to lose, I should say. All right. So, had to send a few text messages. Sorry about that. Ew. I think I was trying to spin around that. Ended up getting myself in a real bad spot. Hey. Am I really going to try to cut that 5 all the way up? I was asking if he wants it to be watched, but it's a terrible idea. This is stupid. I shouldn't be shooting this. If anything, if I can't see the 4, I need to try to back bank the 6. I'm just gonna shut up now as I drill it. Oh my god, I seriously just make that? Goodness. So thin cut in the side, just easy speed. Make sure you don't get on the rail. That'll work. Oh man, I'm in a good spot for both. You need to take the 6 first because you've got just a little angle. I don't think you're gonna be able to punch this off the rail. I think it's gonna die and just stick behind the 8. Okay, so I cheated enough that I could get there, but okay, so now it's thin, which means you got to put a little bit of oomph on it, but you're gonna have to put some high inside. A, so you don't scratch, and 2, you're trying to check up the speed and be able to even hold it for that 8 ball. And a little thinner. Dang it. All right. Stripes. I like starting with the 14 rolling ball. I don't like the 13 because it's a little more angle. I think you can come back for that. That can go almost any time. I wouldn't start with this. And then I mean, I'm just gonna let him shoot. I think I would have left that though, just because it's one of those balls that you can make almost anywhere from almost anywhere. You know what I mean? So I don't know if I would start with that. I would have started with the 14, and then maybe leave myself the 11, or if I didn't crash into it like he did, probably come back around. Then you either have the 12 over the top right, you got the 9 top left. You've got some other options. And even like this, I don't know if I'd be shooting this shot just because that is fairly thin. Unless you're going to play safe, just a little ticky-tack safe. Just tap it. Yeah, I think there's a better way to get that. I think you start with the 14. Let's back up just a hair. Let's talk about this. Come back. Let him stand up for a split just so I can see it. All right, so let's see if he steps aside right there. Okay. I personally would go with the 14 down here. Top, maybe just top a little left, just to check it up. Get the cue ball back over to the left side. So then you have the 9. You roll the 9 or cue ball up behind the 10. Leave yourself the 15 to the top right. Like that gives you kind of some angles to make a little bit easier rolling balls. What he's doing here wasn't necessary. Like even if you wanted to kind of go down there, you could maybe even. I wouldn't back up the 10 with the 6 there. So I mean, I'd maybe even start with the 12. Like I get this is probably the harder shot and you have an angle, but just shooting that 14 could have given you a little bit better angle. That's just my thought. There's so many ways you can play this game, and there's so many ways that are right, so many ways that are wrong. That's just the way I see it. I'm probably not even wrong. I mean, there's better ways to do it. As Lil Chris would say, there's better ways to run the pattern. Not that it's wrong. Because more times than not, people get out that I don't always agree with or see it, but if you get out, you're out. Ooh, he tried to force it. Oh, don't drop it. Oh. I think he might have. I don't know. I'm not gonna back up, but he's a little in his head ever since he had that failed jump. He has not been shooting the same this rack that he did the previous. But the A ball's just out of the point. I mean, I'm calling this corner right here. I'm okay with the bank. I'm okay with the cut. It's just, you're going to be hitting just straight top, no left or right, just so you miss that. And you know what? 3-1. Oh, just barely missed it. Let's go back just a bit. Now it's gotta mess up. Why do I always mess that up? I cut the video off too soon, I think is what it is on my editing. So we're gonna stop right there. I always flub that. Guys, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed it. 3-1. I know Troy's gonna watch this. I hope you kind of see a little bit what I'm talking about. Hopefully it helps you. Comment. Let me know what you think, buddy. Other than that, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Come on over to Facebook. I'm trying to get some traction over there. Don't really have a lot going, but I'm trying. I'm trying. That's all I can say. Anybody that's watching Ultimate Pool, I did officially sign up for the Iowa Open already. They made the announcement. I didn't even hesitate. Clicked buy. I will be there, and I've got so many things planned for that trip. You're going to have to wait on that. So for now, I've got some more videos coming from this tournament here. At least one more, that's for sure. I got to just see how this goes. We're going to be playing Brian next. I think you're going to like this one. I'll see you then.